Hi Russell, I'm Eric Nienaber from a company called ydangle apps, and we've just launched our most recent app called Chatly.
And so what is Chatly?
It's a messaging app, and you'd probably say, why another messaging app? Well, we think there's a need for privacy, and there are people that would like privacy. And so we've created a messaging app which is private and secure. Doesn't download contacts, doesn't do any of that sort of stuff.
It doesn't take your information and sell it to advertisers?
Absolutely not. And in fact, actually we don't even put that information on the servers. Basically, just an email address that's encrypted goes onto the server, and everything else on the device, on the transmission on the server is encrypted, so it's absolutely private. And we did this because we didn't like all this information going, people
so
taking all that information.
How, given that that's the case, how does anybody ever share anything with something that...
So what it does is it allows people to share stuff with each other. They can, and within groups, they can share documents, messages, images, anything they really like. Everything gets encrypted, and they have complete control over everything they share. So if they delete something on their device, it'll get deleted on everybody's device. It'll get deleted on the server, and they can feel comfortable that they have complete control over what they've shared with anyone else.
And you've got other security devices, haven't you, that are things like a document can only be viewed within the context of the app?
That's correct, yes. It's a little feature we built in called masking. And basically, if you mask a document, people can't see who messages come in from, and they can't see a description from the message. And you have to hold your finger on the screen to see what the message is. But within that, you can't share that. You can't open it in another application, or forward it to anybody, or do anything like that. So once you've done that with a message, it's it's going to stay on the device. There are always ways to screenshot and do things like that. But primarily, it's a deterrent against that.
And what phones is it available on at the moment?
Currently it'll run on all iOS devices and iOS 6 and above, and it will run on most Android devices, Android 4 and above.
And what would it cost me to be able to use Chatly?
It's a subscription app, so it'll cost $199 a year for use of the app, and that's renewable every year, and and that's it really. For that price, we thought that would be a fair price for people to pay for privacy.
And it's been launched, for 2 weeks now?
Yeah, it's been in probably about 3 weeks. We've had a couple of downloads. It hasn't been huge, but then we haven't really done any major marketing or any
downloads in the hundreds?
In a couple of hundred, I'd say probably about 600 downloads so far. And obviously, we'd like to see that being much bigger. But
and you're talking to companies about using it for corporate purposes?
That's right. Yes, we felt that the fact that everything is encrypted and it's very secure would provide a good platform for companies to use the messaging. And the way in which we're looking at doing that is allowing companies to restrict features that they don't want to have in the app, and that will give them complete control over their own messaging internally, but at the same time users using Chatly on the other side will still have all the features available to themselves for their own conversations.
And 600 must seem rather modest alongside your success with Flick.
Yes. I mean, Flick obviously has been our best app so far. It's been doing really well. We've had well over 300,000 downloads on Flick in less than a year.
And Flick is what?
Flick basically is just a way of transferring files or documents or messages between devices. Happens over a wireless network or over Bluetooth on iOS devices. And it's really cool. You just simply flick a file across and it appears like magic on the other device. And the nice thing about Flick is it runs across on all platforms. So on iOS, on Android, on Windows PCs, on Linux machines, on Mac. It's really a bit like AirDrop in a sense, but for everything and much cooler.